Now, to this story, the Glebelands hostel, notorious for violence and crime, is being inspected today. Acting Public Protector Kholeka Gcaleka is checking if her office's recommendations are being implemented there. A probe found that the municipality and police had not carried out their duties. That's where we find our reporter, Nqobile Madlala. She's there and she's about to bring us the latest in Durban. Nqobile, as you're busy with this walkabout by the Acting Public Protector, what has she found so far?
Well, I think at this point, Masego, she's focused a lot on the environment. And you'll remember that on the previous report, it did show that the environment needed to be worked on. We saw her asking questions around electricity, questions around the grass, as well as just the safety overall around for the people that live in Glebelands. But we also know that Glebelands has been on the media and in certain parts been heard for a very violent area to be in. So I'm going to bring in now Acting Public Protector to speak to us. I mean, we heard you speaking to some of the contractors, or rather the people that work in this area. Tell us a bit about, do you feel that they've worked on the environment?
Firstly, let me just mention that we are here on an inspection in local to actually monitor the impact that the report, which we issued in the year 2017-2018, would have had, and what work would have been done as a result of that report. We actually managed to pick up that some of the work is in progress, some of the work has been implemented, and some of it has not been implemented. So we actually wanted to see this for ourselves. And having walked around, looked at the different blocks, yes, there is work in progress. However, it is not at the speed at which we would have loved it to be, considering the history of this particular area. We need to ensure that at least it is conducive for human consumption, and further that there is safety and security around the area. Yes, there are municipal officials who are here, who take complaints, but we've also noticed that some of the street lights are even on at this moment, which means that there's no sufficient monitoring. But also the community members who live here must also take responsibility and be able to report where there is certain infrastructure that is not operational. We have, of course, also noted that there has not been grass cutting for a while, as we know that as the trees grow, the grass grows. It also causes some security threats, and there are other security issues which I will not mention here that we have noticed, and we've been informed that the tender process is in progress. We have verified that with the municipal officials, which we have of course asked them to give us more details. Once we are back inside, they are busy verifying with the officials who are working on those. We are seeing that they are inserting windows in the old hostel buildings. They are painting in some, but we've noted the sewage challenges, which will again be a problem to those hostels that are being refurbished. So the sewage is a priority that needs to be completed. The lighting needs to be completed. We've seen poles around, which of course not the full electricity infrastructure has been installed.
And I mean, when we talk about all these multiple issues, what can they do and how fast do you want them to do?
Considering that this is a 2017-2018 report, there was an implementation plan provided. So what we need to go back to now is to see whether are they in line with the implementation plan which they have provided. If they are not in line, what are the hindrances to that? What then can be further done that at least we ensure a speedy resolution of the challenges? We've also noted, though, that there is some of the new family units which we see dilapidating slowly, a little bit dirty, which again means that there needs to be education and awareness to the community, because they too must take responsibility. But the municipality here has actually confirmed that they are in progress of putting together an imbizo wherein they will bring community members together to actually educate them and bring awareness that this is their property, they live in it with their children, and there is certain care that needs to be taken, particular to the new infrastructure that's being developed here.
I mean, beyond the infrastructure, we know that Glebelands has been notorious for violence. Are you picking up anything along those lines? And is this something that you're looking at in particular when it comes to that?
Of course, there is something that we are looking at. We are still to see as we are progressing in our inspection whether indeed the satellite police station is here. There is patrolling that is taking place, but I've just been informed by one of the community members, who is the councillor himself, that in the past years he was unable even to walk through these streets because of the violent behaviors that used to take place here, and that the situation has improved immensely. But we are hoping that maybe we will even speak to some of the community members to get their feedback.
We'll let you carry on. Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is, of course, the acting public protector. We do know that they're doing a walkabout, of course, Masego, looking into those issues that were highlighted in the past public protector report, looking into the fact that whether this area where they're in is conducive to live in, and if there was something that the municipality could have done differently. And we will find out more as the day concludes, if some of those things that she's worried about may be taken care of.
All right. Nqobile Madlala, live for us in Glebelands. Let's leave it there for now.